Cheers, I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? I'm doing a little bit different thing again. So when we picked up, about a week ago or so, we visited Seven Seas Winery in Walnut Grove, Missouri. Although it does say that it's bottled in Rocheport, anyway. Roundup Red Table Wine, it says. Uh, Described as a semi-dry wine. I opened it. I opened it this morning. Didn't drink it this morning, but I opened it this morning. Well, it's about 10, I guess, when I was getting my roast going. I used to deglaze the pan doing a chuck roast, so doing the braising method on that chuck. Used about 4 ounces to deglaze the pan, but I'm just now getting it. Well, I had it open. I'm just now pouring it so I could try some. Although I did have a little bit with my roast a little bit ago. Uh, I feel like I'm picking up blueberry on the nose. Again, that could be just me because I am new to wine. I make no bones about that. I don't claim to be an expert of any sort. But I do feel like I'm getting some mixed berry as I take a drink. I feel like I'm getting a little blueberry, a little blackberry, a little plum. I'm going to say plum, a very, very dark, overripe plum. Nice, oaky, semi-dry finish. It's very good. I like it a lot. I really do like it a lot. It was beautiful in that using it to deglaze the pan. You could taste it just a little bit. It really makes that gravy rich. I'm not seeing the ABV on here. I believe it said it's 10.4%. I could be wrong. Set that back down there. It is a very enjoyable red. Uh, I'm trying to learn about wine. Still got a couple put away from our trip. Got one from, well, actually, we got two from Prairie Barn. One my wife picked out, one I picked out. Got the Norton from Prairie Barn for myself. She got a sweet white called Wonderland. Uh, Now I've got one from Belmont to open still, the Frontenac. But I'm wanting to hang on to that one probably around Thanksgiving. That might be my Thanksgiving wine, Thanksgiving Day wine. So I won't be able to get back there till probably next year or so because I think they might already be closed for this season. Really enjoyed that winery though, Belmont and Prairie Barn, but I really enjoyed Belmont. Um, it said online that they were open at 3. We got there and uh, we ended up talking to the wife, I guess, and she said that she wasn't able to do tastings. Her husband had to run out to the store if we didn't mind waiting a few minutes. So we did. It wasn't, it was maybe 10 minutes tops. We were just in this nice area and it was a nice day, so we were just kind of sitting outside relaxing. And we got there. So, oh no, come on in, because we didn't mind waiting a little bit. We really didn't, because we were just talking and it was kind of fun. But anyway. But he said, I'm going to give you some generous pours because you folks were so patient with us. So he did actually give us some very generous pours. He even let me have a little extra of a couple. I kind of wish I'd have bought more. We were just getting our vacation started. So I only bought 2 bottles. One for my wife, one for myself. But I kind of wish I'd have bought more. It was a very enjoyable experience, though. Also got a couple tucked away there from Tyler Ridge. We were up there last weekend for their last weekend open for the season as well. So again, I'm kind of trying to hang on to those for just a little bit. But they're probably not going to. I was hoping to get more into the holidays, but they're probably going to all get used up during that Thanksgiving break. I have been enjoying drinking wine, to be honest with you. I'm still a beer guy. Don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand. But yeah, I have been buying less and less beer. I kind of quit drinking beer or I quit buying beer, which is I quit drinking. I quit buying beer for about a month before we went on our anniversary weekend back in September, into September. I kind of drank everything I had, and I was pretty much left with just my barrel aged stuff from the year before, or a couple of years before in some cases. But it was too warm, to really for me it was too warm to get into the barrel aged stuff. But now we're right about. So I didn't buy any beer last weekend or this weekend, but I've got a few things left over. I've still got a couple Mug Club Scotch ales left. I think I got 3 left actually. But then I've got again all that barrel aged stuff that I may pop this weekend too, maybe a little later today. So. But since I opened this, and I kind of debated, right? I wanted to do it. I wanted to open it to deglaze the pan. I said, no, but then I got to drink it. I said, no, I really do want to drink it. So I did. I didn't want to use a lot because my wife can be sensitive to using alcohol in cooking. So I have to be kind of careful. So I just used 4 ounces. And then I reduced it down, if you will. And boy, it just made that. I don't know if you can necessarily tell it's wine in there, but it really made that gravy rich. And it also darkened it a little bit, so you didn't need to add any, if some of you might use kitchen bouquet to darken it to make your roast beef gravy a little more brown. I didn't add anything because that wine did that for me. Seven Seas was a very, very nice experience as well. An older couple, very friendly. And they weren't busy at the time, so that was kind of nice. And then they offered 2 tastings. One is free. You taste 6 wines for free. That's nice. The other tasting is $5. You taste everything that's on the sheet. And I think they had 13, I think they had like 11 wines available to me, but there's 13 available to taste, I believe. I think he said 12, but I remember counting 13. Anyways, but yeah, basically you paid $5. He said you pay $5, you taste everything on the sheet, and they give you the glass. So it's all hell. So I paid $5 for each of us. So my wife and I each got a glass. We were talking about making another trip up there, sometime soon when we get a nice day, and at least pay for one more tasting, even though we've already tasted everything once, just so we can have a set of 4 glasses. Anyway, you need a set of 4 glasses, man. I can only use 2 at a time, but I like to have 4. I have been enjoying their wine, though. I really have. And we also had Tyler Ridge that same weekend, and again, and as an older couple that owns it, and it was an extremely pleasant experience, very friendly. That tasting was completely free, and he lets you try anything you want. They didn't have anything. They didn't specialize in sweet ones. So I didn't really have anything for my wife's taste, but I found 2 that I really liked, so I did pick up 2 from them. So I am kind of looking forward to trying them because so like beer flights, you do wine tasting. You do wine taste. Sometimes it's really hard to tell on that that maybe 1 ounce or ½ ounce tasting they give you, to really tell. You say, okay, that's it. But you get into a glass, and as I'm drinking this one, I'm really enjoying the heck out of it. It's a very enjoyable wine. He did say, though, they like to keep most of their wines hover an ABV about 10.4. He said they don't like to do higher ABV stuff. There's a lot of the wineries we visited were a little bit higher. They like to keep his more approachable, he said. So, and I kind of understand that. I'm a guy that loves ABV, but I get it. Of course, 10.4 might be light, for wine, but if we were talking beer, it wouldn't be. It's all about perspective, right? That's why you drink wine a little bit different, like a barrel aged beer, right? You gotta slow down, take your time. Uh, I'm picking up a lot of fruit, a lot of berry notes in particular, as I mentioned. Plum, very dark, overripe plum. But a lot of them I was picking up a lot of blackberry. But here I feel like I'm picking up some blueberry as well. Anyways, anyways, I digress. If you're ever in the vicinity of Springfield, I suggest, I mean, I recommend Seven Seas Winery. I mean, look, I'm not a wine guy, so if you are, you may feel differently. But I personally have enjoyed their products immensely, and not only that, again, the experience what was very pleasant. It was an older couple, very friendly, very knowledgeable. So that was very nice too. Again, because I'm a wine novice, so it's nice when folks can answer your questions. And in some cases, answer your questions before you've asked him. He was very forthcoming with information. So it's okay. He usually answered my questions as he talked, or as she talked. They kind of switched up on us. Uh, but I would recommend, because they were so incredibly friendly, because the prices are so reasonable. I mean, $5 for a tasting, and you get to keep the glass. I mean, tell me that's not a bargain. Just tell me. Just tell me that's not a bargain, man. Anyways, I digress. I've been talking for a while, so I'm going to wrap this up. I notice my wine videos tend to run long. Anyway, I can't get them done in 5 minutes. I can't. Some of the beer videos I can get done in 5 to 10 minutes, but the wine videos I cannot. I can't do my usual spiel. Let's just skip to the end and say all around good guys. Slancha, y'all. Ah.